Paul, thank you very much for joining us on MMA Plus. So you were up there with Josh. How did it feel to be up there with the man himself?
The man himself is an idiot. I wouldn't go as far as to call him the man himself, but yeah, it's good that he actually showed up. I went to his hometown to look for him. In a very small place like Nottingham. I'm easy to find in Nottingham. Ask anybody that could point you in my direction. We couldn't find him, so it was clear he was hiding. We had flyers printed out looking for him. So I was very surprised, maybe even shocked when he was here. So as far as that's concerned, yeah, it was good to have him actually here. It was good to have him physically here. Contracts are signed. He's doing the promotion for it. The fight's going to happen.
So when you were searching for him in Fresno, what were your intentions?
Just to talk to him, maybe give him a little slap, or I don't know. We was just going to go with the flow. We'll see what would have happened when it should have arose, but it didn't, so it's all right.
Okay. In terms of the card, how excited are you to be fighting in London at the O2?
Yeah, massively excited. Bellator is not your typical MMA event. I always say that. You have your other MMA shows; they do things their way. Bellator, in particular, Scott Coker does things a lot different. You will see pyrotechnics, explosions, flames, a platform similar to your old school wrestling. You'll see people coming down from the ceiling, girls dancing on. It's a real show. And when you put that with quality plus interesting and entertaining fights, it's a real spectacle. I feel give it if you are, oh, I like this brand, so I like this brand. Just come and see what Bellator's about, And I'm sure you'll like that. Everything, everybody has their place, and Bellator definitely has their place.
You've always done things the Paul Daley way.
Yeah.
Does Bellator really accept that ideology that this is on your terms?
Yeah, most definitely. I just like I say, I do what I do. Scott's behind me. Before I came to Bellator, I was doing the kickboxing and the MMA. Got to Bellator. I said to Scott that I was keen to keep kickboxing, and he looked at the roster and he says, "You might just be onto an idea there, Paul." And then I have the email, and then from then we had the Dynamite card, which was kickboxing and MMA. I don't want to say I gave him the idea, but I definitely I've got evidence of having a very major part to play in that, as well as having guys like Joe Schilling there. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, you've got Bellator kickboxing. So, I'm not an almighty powerful, I can't always get things my way, and Scott's not my best mate, and I don't ring him up and, stuff like that. But I feel like with Bellator, my voice is heard. So it's cool.
Is the kickboxing thing still on your radar for you?
Yeah, most definitely. Like I say, Scott's doing the Bellator kickboxing. So when we can fit it in, we'll fit it in.
Okay. Cool. And in terms of your career progression, this fight, obviously commercially it makes sense, and you've got a desire for the fight. But in terms of the direction that both of you are going, you're on a hot streak and he's on a freezing streak.
Yeah.
In terms of where you go from here, do you think this elevates you at all, or do you pretty much go back?
Josh is a very, very tough guy. Not to be mistaken, he's good at what he does in wrestling and applying pressure. He's lost 5 fights, but they've been against tough guys. Before he was stopped by Robbie Lawler, he was doing well in handling him and wrestling him. So it's a bit of both. For me, it's a fight just to change people's reference point when they think of Koscheck Daley. Now, Koscheck Daley hit him after the bell. Now, I want it to be Koscheck. It's going to be Koscheck Daley. Daley knocks him out. Daley gets revenge. I want to change people's perception as far as that. And then from there, just follow the path that I've been doing in just fighting. I want to be the champion. I will be the champion, but I'm a fighter first and foremost. So when Scott comes with an idea, with a fight, 9 times out of 10 I say yes. So who knows what it's going to be.
And looking back to that first fight, how much have you changed as a fighter and as a bloke since then?
Dramatically, and I continue. Dramatically, and I continue to change as a fighter. I'm always learning. again, always doing things the Daley way, but it's been successful. You know, I've been doing well. I've faced a decent level of opponent, but it's the adjustments away from the cage that I'm very happy with. I'm got a pool of people and resources available to me now, and I could just pick who and when I want someone to be involved in my preparation for fights. I've built up international relations from being on the road and not being with a particular organization that is also a resource for me as far as training and making traveling and everything, preparation just that little bit more easier. So I've developed dramatically. You know, I don't want to go too much into what our plans are for the fight, because I feel like we always prepare for our worst opponent, and a wrestler like Koscheck, even though he's not what he used to be, is probably as close to our worst opponent as we're going to get. But like I say, we've been facing wrestlers while we've been on the road, and we're ready. We'll say that.
What I want to ask you is the difference between Paul Daley and Josh Koscheck. We just saw in that press conference there, you're very overbearing. You dropped the effing ambulance line, which was quite a nice little line there.
Yeah.
Josh was very mild mannered, but he was just kind of taking it all in.
Yeah.
When you both step into the cage, what are you expecting him to just will the bad blood spoil over? Will we see you two want to go and turn it into a brawl instead of an actual mixed martial arts fight?
Well, we'll see. Only time will tell. Koscheck, I don't always expect people to say and do what I do, but that's his character. So I didn't expect too much effing and blinding from him anyway. And I don't expect him to sort of be, as I don't expect him to be different at the press conference. I don't expect him to fight any different. He's not going to come out swinging and doing all kinds of crazy shit. He's going to come out trying to wrestle, trying to take the fight to the ground. So that's what we'll prepare for, regardless of what he says. He is going to wrestle. So and he's going to be wrestling for his life, because his life will depend on it. So that's what we're preparing for. A wrestler that is not wrestling to exact a game plan, but wrestling out of desperation, because he's going to be in very desperate times when he gets in there with me.
No, that's it.
All good.
We appreciate your time and best of luck, July. We don't want to shake you up too much before the fight, but we appreciate it and best of luck.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.